This PlayStation 3 is showing a red screen error. Its model number is CECH2004B. There is no hardware related fault in it. This error is a software bug, and I will fix it in the same way. This error is not the same as the blue screen error. If I turn it off, it will happen. The error relates to some bad blocks in one section of the NOR. If you like to fix it permanently, then go through this process. Otherwise, the procedure given at the end of this video is enough. For both procedures, it will still need to be opened because we need to flash the BIOS. Necessarily, we need to reach the NOR chip, and without opening, this could only be done if it is out of its current scenario. Now the first thing is to dump its NOR. After making all the connections, I will check again for the status. Its status is the same as before. Fine. I have an old flasher lying around to read its NOR. Let's see if it will work now or not. For this, it will be better to separate the heatsink from the metal plate, and the motherboard should be reseated on top of the detached heatsink. It is also necessary to connect the fan jack. Exclusively only the third button of the flasher should be up and all other buttons down. The button starts missing, which is not a good sign. it is not showing its ability. Let's try one more time. Yes. We will take it down after all the LEDs are done. I had to do this after all efforts with the flasher failed. According to the NOR pinouts, I had to attach the teensy2 with the test points of the motherboard on it. While there is a diagram of the test points on the motherboard, blue, green and red points correspond to pinouts of the teensy++2. You can see that all pinouts are represented by different colors in the chart. On teensy, E7 is a tri-state test point which is shown here. If we come to computers, we connect the teensy to our computer first. To see if it has been detected on the computer, in Device Manager we can see it in port. Its port number is also there. Also, we need to install some software on the computer. First, let's install Python. Proceed with installation for all users and click Next. There are the settings here and do not change anything. Next and yes. Here you will select will be installed on a local hard drive and none of any other options. Here you will select, then press next, it will be installed. Next is by serial double click on it to run next, and next it will be good to go. Open the NORway-master folder by double click on it and run the cmd command from the toolbar. In cmd, we need to write a command like NORway.py space com port number, it is com6 and space then info. After running this Python command NORway-py6 info, it will display something like this. No chip details are visible as teensy is not attached to the motherboard. After making an adapter for teensy, I have attached all its wires with the motherboard test points accordingly. I soldered all male header pins to the teensy++2 and second soldered female header pins accordingly. Here you can see that now I can connect this teensy to the motherboard via this adapter. Like this. As I have connected the teensy with the motherboard and teensy is connected to the computer via a USB cable, here is the teensy that has shown up. Here I will go again to the NORway master folder. Here I need NORway hex file to program the teensy. This one. In the default folder I have found it and will copy it to my desktop. The next step is to program the teensy with this hex file. It suggests pressing the button to program it. Pressing the button here, the teensy picture is highlighted. From the file, select the hex file. It was on the desktop. Here, press the download button to program it. After this, I must press the reboot button. That is done. I will give the same info command in the CMD. This time it showed up the NOR-zip name. That's good. That means that the motherboard's NOR has been detected. Here I need to give a proper command to dump the NOR. This is a folder name that I have already made in C drive. Here. And this is the file name I have given for a dumped file. The dump process will be started as I will press the enter key. The dump process has been completed successfully. In the specific folder you can see the dumped file in it. I can copy and paste it on the desktop. Here it is. Next, we can verify it by copying it into a folder containing the software. Just drag the origin0.bin file over this application. Patch swap teensy compatible, yes. byte reverse original? No. It shows 47 dangers because it looks like an old version of this application. Let's try it with another application. Drag file the origin0.bin to its main block. If the PlayStation has already been jailbroken, we can see that these two checks failed, which is normal. Here is all the information about the PlayStation, and the NOR has never been pre-patched. But we must patch it now to bypass its RSoD error. Here we have got a newly patched file. Now we will put this newly generated file in the BIOS folder of the C drive. Now it is time to swap the NOR chip with another chip. For this we have to separate it from the motherboard. As I have already connected many wires to the back side of this motherboard right beneath this chip, I have to be very careful during this process. My solder iron is not on sufficient heat to separate it. I may also have to use a heat gun to accomplish this process. With the help of a soldering iron, wipe out the solder from the solder pads. That's nice. I'm taking the second NOR chip from an old donor motherboard. And this second NOR chip is from Samsung. It will be easily separated from this motherboard. Never throw heat directly on the surface of the chip, but at the sides of the chip's pins. It can also be cleaned with a soldering iron. It is better to apply some flux paste to it. Here I have fallen into a very difficult task. The customer says, please check it to be some fuse blown up. There is a blown fuse in it, and this is happening too. Does a blown machine fuse causes all these problems? And what I feared happened. Some wires have separated from their solder pads. Well, then put them back. Good clean off the flux paste as well. everything seems fine. It is better to put it back on the heatsink. The fan jack is also to be installed. We should give it fixed tight with these clamps. We must separate the teensy from the board to see its current state. Teensy shorts the tri-state test point of the motherboard and therefore does not allow the motherboard to boot, so it must be disconnected from it. Here I am preparing the USB for a CFW 4.89 update, which we will need later. Back to the computer. It is required to write the newly created patch file into the swapped NOR chip. The first is the information command. It has shown us that the NOR chip is from Samsung. Now let's see how to write the right command in the CMD. First of all, we will erase all of its other console data. It has an erase chip command for this task. The erase process is completed. We must give the exact port number, path, and the specific file name to be written. Now we are about to write this newly patched file. Many verification errors. Oh my god. Let's see, here it says to repeat the process. Okay. I purposely dumped again the return file to verify it. Everything looks good. Okay, let's see. Now we are required to update its software, and the Blu-ray drive must be attached to the motherboard. From the safe mode, we will update its software. We have successfully bypassed its RSoD error. No, this is such a new trouble, haha. No worries, here is the solution. Take the USB and copy RSoD Fix all cfw.pkg to it. Install and run it from the XMB. It will take a while and reboot itself after giving 3 beeps. Delete the old save data. This time it can be stuck at some point, but afterward all is good. Stuck and have to power off and on again. Here it will delay longer than usual. The trophy issue has been fixed too. If you find it informative, please write in the comment box.
Round one. Fight.